Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'm going to tell you how I come to Australia and how much it cost me. So if you have ever considered coming here in Australia, this video is for you. Are you ready? Let's begin! I decided to create this video because I know that many of you guys have lots of questions about the process and the related cost of coming here. So I want to share with you guys the things that I did to be able to come here and the things that I wish I knew. When I was in college, it has always been my dream to have a work experience or to study overseas. So as soon as I finished my degree, I decided to make it as a reality. With the help of my parents, we started looking for some options. There are actually many countries with lots of opportunities out there, but for me, the choice was between US and Australia. Guess which one I picked? For me, the first step that you need to do is to choose what city you want to go to. How to choose? It actually depends on you. Australia is a very big country and there are many differences between cities like cost of living, lifestyle, job opportunities, and weather. And in my case, my choice was Melbourne, which is the capital of Victoria, because based on our research, it was named as the most livable city for 7 consecutive years. Second step is you need to think about what do you want to study while you're here. So in my case, I study event management because it is related on my bachelor's degree. Third step was for me to choose an agent that could help me gather all the documents needed and preparing to lodging my visa. This was a personal choice because some people think that it is a waste of money and they prefer to do it themselves. Having an agent on your side makes a lot of difference because they are going to make sure that all the information needed for your visa are correct. They can help you to choose which course suits you best, and they can even help you find your flight and accommodation. And believe me, this takes all the stress away from you. Some agencies don't even charge you extra for these services because they can get commissions from the school where you're gonna enroll. Let's sum up, guys. So you already choose the city, the course, and a good agent. It's time to fix all the documents needed. Of course, the most important document that you need, especially when you want to go travel overseas, is your passport. When I applied for it, it cost me 1,000 pesos. Next step is getting an IELTS exam to test your English proficiency. In my case, I spent 12,000 pesos for it, and most of the schools requires the score between 6 to 8. If you don't feel confident, there are actually heaps of review centers which can help you to get ready for it. But in my case, I saved money, so I choose to study by myself. And you might also need to provide academic and work experience documents. Another one is your genuine temporary entrant or GTE, which is a letter that you need to send to your school and to the Australian immigration, which states why do you want to study here in Australia. Additionally, the immigration may or may not require you to show your proof of finances, or also known as show money, which means you need to have enough money to cover travel here in Australia and 12 months of stay. But in my case, I didn't need to provide that. Now that you got all of this, your agent is going to put all the documents that you've gathered all together, and it's time for you to think about the flight and accommodation. In regards to the flight, I didn't stress about it because there are actually lots of airlines which offer different services at different prices. Just do some research online and pick up the best deal. And once you arrive here in Melbourne, or actually any city which you pick here in Australia, there are public transport that will take you directly to the city center. The accommodation though is a bit more complicated. I am saying this because during your stay, this is gonna be one of the biggest expense aside from your school fees. My advice will be to book an Airbnb close to the city center for the first 2 weeks to have time to explore the city you picked and understand where it is more convenient to live. Have a look where your school is, where the job opportunities are, if it's easy to travel via public transport, and of course the rental prices. Remember those four. Here in Melbourne, accommodation can cost you between $100 and $300 per week. The big gap in price, it depends if you are willing to share the room or if you want to live by yourself, and also the location. In my case, I was paying $120 per week, all bills included, in a big shared house, which was 7 kilometers away from the city center, or CBD as they call it here. That stands for Central Business District. Alright, so it's time to sum up those information and crunch some numbers. Number one is the visa, which cost me roughly $650. Number two is the tuition fee, which may cost you between $7,000 up to $20,000 per year. But in my case, I spent $1,500 for my initial deposit, and the rest I paid it once I got here in Australia. Number three is the health insurance, which roughly cost me $1,200 for 2 years, and it's paid up front. Number four is the passport, which cost me $18. Number five is the IELTS, which cost me roughly $380. Number six is the flight, which roughly cost me around $300 for one-way ticket. Number seven is the accommodation, which cost me roughly $120 per week. And last but not the least is the pocket money, which my parents gave me $2,000 to start with. If we add up all those numbers, in my case, I spent roughly $6,000 from Philippines to come here, including visa, tuition fee, health insurance, accommodation, passport, flight, IELTS, and last but not the least, the pocket money. And of course, all the rest is paid week by week once I arrived here in Australia. I know it's a lot of money, but don't forget that as an international student, you are entitled to work 40 hours per fortnight, which can help you support your expenses once you're here in Australia. Are 40 hours enough? How much can you earn? Find out on my next video. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you find this video very helpful. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. And see you on my next vlog. Ciao!